union between the water, that of the, you can say, suture from one bone to the another bone, that is maxillae, giving rise to intermaxillary suture uniting with this incisive sockets, one on either side. Now this point is called as prosteon. Prosteon is a craniometric point which is formed by the union of maxillary bone of one side to the another, to that of upper portion of the sockets of the water, that of the incisive teeth. This thing is called the prosteon. Okay? So this is the first point. Second one is the anterior nasal spine. These are the craniometric points. What is the meaning of cranium brain box? Listen. This brain box has got the measurement. Now to measure that thing you should require 2 points to draw a line. So thereby it is said to be as, this is the craniometric point. Remembering? Then let us will move from this norma frontalis to the water norma lateralis. So I will make this thing only. Let us turn this projecting profile of a water, that of the skull, towards the laterally. So this is what? Norma lateralis. There are two. One is that this is what is the left and this must be the right. Now the outline of norma lateralis, it is almost all a rectangle like, or sometimes square like. Now this you can say norma lateralis exhibits some you can say important things. Now this is called as lateral border of or lateral wall of orbit, and this is called as a frontal process of frontal bone. Now this process, as it descends down, it will be going to become as that of the zygomatic process of the frontal bone, while the zygomatic bone, as it runs upwards, it becomes a frontal process of the zygomatic. They together unites, forming a one suture. Now that suture is zygomatico-frontal suture. Then this frontal bone, as it runs upwards and towards laterally, it will be going to get unite to that of the, where you can say, one hand parietal, another hand you have got the squamous part of the temporal, and another part, now this is called the what? Sphenoid. So you will be having a frontoparietal suture, parietosquamous suture, and then temporosphenoidal suture, and then sphenoidofrontal suture. Now all these sutures unites and gives rise to one point. Now this point is said to be as another craniometric point called as pterion. Pterion is a craniometric point which is keeping above behind parietosquamous suture, keeping above and in front that of the, where you can say, frontoparietal suture, keeping in front and below frontosphenoidal suture, keeping behind and below the what? Spheno-squamous temporal suture. Now this is what? Now suppose if any force of impaction falls on this, then there will be a what? Two important point occurs. One, there will be a shaking of dorsum of the scalene or scalene or the pituitary fossa. Then second, there will be a what that of the, you can say, total rupture of middle meningeal artery. So then the person, by these two facts, he goes into the what, either the what, syncope state or collapsed state or a third unconscious state. That is why we say that don't give the slab at the lateral aspect of the face. That is the thing here. Now you have got, after this, you have got the two lines. One is called as what is the superior temporal line. This is the superior temporal line, and this temporal line gives the attachment for lateral extension of that of the, you can say, epicranial aponeurosis. It starts from zygomatic process of the water, that of the frontal bone, and it runs upwards, backwards and downwards to end in that of your, you can say, back portion of that of the, your, you can say, external acoustic orifice. Now just below to that there will be a what, one more line. Now that line is called as the inferior temporal line. Now this inferior temporal line starts from little behind, and from the process of zygomatic process of the frontal bone, from that it will be running upwards and backwards and downwards to end in little above to the what, external acoustic orifice. So this is, now these two lines which you can see it at the what, norma lateralis. Now there will be a what, one more faint line. Now that faint line is the highest temporal line over the superior. So these are the what, three you will be going to get. Now after that, now this your, you can say, norma lateralis has got a frontal bone, has got the parietal bone, and has got the squamous part of the temporal bone. Now after this, you will be going to get this arch. Now this is called as a zygomatic arch. Zygomatic arch is clearly seen, clearly visualized in the norma lateralis. Now this, you can say, zygomatic arch, it is nothing but the extension of that of the zygomatic bone. The zygomatic bone, as it runs backwards, there it gives the one process. Now that process is called as the temporal process. Now this temporal process of the water, that of the zygomatic bone, as it runs behind, it will be going to join to, there will be a what, zygomatic process of the water, temporal bone, which will be going to get articulates and forms the one suture. Now this suture is called as zygomatico-temporal suture. By the union of this, the whole zygomatic arch is completed. It is nothing but the bridge between the zygomatic bone and the water, that of the, you can say, squamous part of the temporal bone. And then not only this, but also it is a part of that of the tympanic part of the temporal. All together unites and then forms the water, one arch. Now this arch is called as the zygomatic arch, which is very much important, for the purpose of explanation of the whole this region, norma lateralis,